Hello there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of positivity, mental wellness, physical fitness, and your overall optimization for us to be able to see life clearly and exist and contribute to the world in full capacity. With love, with tenderness, with generosity, with respect and reverence. We're here to calm each other down and take a pause and reflect for a moment. You can use this podcast as you start your day in your silent practice. May I be your guide in showing you some nooks and cranny of the psyche and of the mind of gardens of flowers that is ever blossoming. It is never dull or dry. The cosmic intelligence is continuously replenishing you and reviving you. Once again, we're thankful for a new day. A new day, the sun is shining, a beautiful weekend has passed. Where were you this weekend? How did you spend your time? Okay, was it in joy? Did you spend time alone? Did you spend time in solitude? Did you go out kayaking? Did you go to a cafe? Did you go shopping? Maybe you did some tidying up. Good for you. If you did some walking, good for your feet and your joints and your limbs and your maya fascia. Movement is life, so we gotta keep on moving. Hiking is very good. A lot of shinrin-yoku is good for you. That's a Japanese word for forest bathing. So just sit under a tree. Yesterday I laid down in the grass and just looked up towards the sky and the leaves and just focused on one leaf. And I stayed there for maybe 10 minutes. And I saw some visuals that the leaves appeared as waves and just total clarity. And I just let go of all of my questions to the earth. I said, Earth, you know this, anything that and everything, all the wobbles of the mind, all the troubles, I return it back to you. You know it. Use it as nutrients for our symbiotic coexistence. And I thank you, tree. I thank you, sky. And I just let my eyes drown in the vast blueness and let all of my muscles relax and melt into the core of the earth. And as I stood up, I saw some people kayaking, hiking, just having fun in nature as they would in old paintings. Have you seen those old paintings wherein people are dressed up and they're just laying on the grass eating grapes and apples? A picnic is an epitome of happiness. I think that is how happy life can be. To be out in nature, to be carefree, to be running on the grass and rolling in the grass and doing some cartwheels. Good job to all the kids who did some cartwheels last weekend. You know who you are. And here's a gold medal for you. Beautiful cartwheels by children. Man, they inspired me to work on my cartwheels as well. People in bikes, were you able to ride your bicycle? Okay. Hope it was gentle. Hope it was full of acceptance, full of joy, full of celebration. As all life is just all celebration. Life is to be celebrated. And if you meditate inside your body, your blood is just celebrating, like passing through your blood vessels, communicating to each other. And it is just movement. Movement is life, appreciating, nourishing, renewing. Okay? So meditate on renewal. Each day we're renewed. You can wear a new pair of perspectives, new perspective bifocals for today. May it be clean, may it be more expansive. You know why it is so expansive? Because right now in this present moment, you're carrying all of your learnings ever since you were a little child. Okay, all of the lessons, all of the heartaches and expansion emotionally, all of your intellectual stretching, you carry it with you today. Right now in this present moment, you're on the leading edge of creation. So may your projects be filled with color and new ways of distribution. Okay? Shout out to everybody who listened to the past episodes. And the past week has been pretty smooth. We've been consistent with putting out Substack newsletters and Start Early Today podcast episodes. And what else have we been consistent in? And communicating and keeping in touch. And use this as your tool to become consistent, your accountability buddy in your mindfulness journey. Okay, because wherever you are in your life, there's always space for improvement, and make that improvement sustainable by making it just 1%. 1%. If you can handle 2%, if you can handle drastic change, take that step. Okay? It is all up to you to design your time and live the life of your dreams, okay? Get ready to seize today. Make it your own, because you know who you are, okay? Your uniqueness is needed. So cultivate and get deeper into it even more in ways that you only know, because your connection to the higher force is only done by you through your praying, through your special alone time when you're not wobbled by your external to-dos. Okay? Believing in yourself and your abilities. You have to know what you're capable of, and you're capable of greatness. Okay, this is done by becoming consistent and able to do and to mindfully decide to take some risks. Treat taking risks as play, because the things you most need are found in the places you least want to look. How's your relationship with comfort, my friend? Okay, if you're getting too comfortable, shake it a little bit. Maybe add another mile to that sprint. Okay? Step outside of your comfort zone. That is where growth happens. You're continuously touching and poking your limit, poking the edge. That is where the magic happens. So make that happen today. Write it down. If an inkling or a hunch whispers in your ear through the intuition, write it down. And for sure, that is not the be-all and end-all of the thing that you're gonna do. What you're gonna do today are only gateways to the next step. Because when you keep on moving, more horizons will show up and you'll be more capable. The things you are now are not the things you won't be. How do I say this? Right now, you're capable of things that you aren't used to. or that yesterday, because you're a different person now. Now you contain things that you have gathered from yesterday. May it be knowledge, may it be interest, may it be skill or resources. So use them, use what you have, do what you can. Start where you are. You're not alone. We're all in this together, and we can support and encourage each other. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm only here to give you a head start, like an ignition, like to light you up and fire you up to do your own thing. So start your day with a positive mindset. Prioritize your tasks and take breaks. Like a 20-minute break or 20 minutes of focus and then 20-minute break. Use the Pomodoro technique, use a timer. Your phone is full of possibilities, but it's only there potentially. To make something really happen, it's really up to you. You gotta do some grind, you gotta do some hard work, you gotta do some putting things together. And remember to stay physically active. Keep on moving. You start with some stretches, roll the shoulders, and step out the door, okay? Step out the door, pretend you're going to the store even though you do not need anything, okay? Because change of location changes your chemicals inside your body. You'll get dopamine, anandamide, endorphins, serotonin. This will all get produced in the brain naturally just by changing your environment, just by looking at the leaves, just by walking your dog, okay? And try to focus on one thing at a time. Avoid multitasking. This is kind of my thing as well, that I'm trying to work on. I tend to multitask. But I try to do the physical things and the cognitive things at the same time. Because sometimes the physical things, they get automatic. I'm not sure if that's multitasking or that's It's called something else, but it's escaping my mind right now. Okay, so there are many, many ways to take care of yourself. The latest post from Start Early today is how to design your time and live the life of your dreams. Because that's the only thing that you can control right now, how you are spending each hour of your day. So that's in the first order of business. The second order is the things that you have somewhat a control over or an influence over, and that involves other factors that are variable, that you can only have an influence on, you can only touch on. This is involving relationships with other people, your work. Once you put it out there, how the people will react is not really up to you. And the third order of business is the things that are totally out of control, out of your control, if I may say. The weather, okay? Economic situations, unavoidable things that are really out of your grasp. Know that there are things that are out of your control, okay? It's so easy to have this relationship with life, with knowing the things that you have a control of, influence of, and totally no control of. And this is where you open yourself up to miracles and stay open to new versions of life. Maybe there's a version of you that is yet to be born. Today you're born again and you're rebirthed to a new being. You're continuously being molded to a different type of person. And have a loose grip on your past self, if it's time to let go, you can let that go. To welcome in the newer version of you, one that is stronger, more loving, more caring, more crafty in your craft. Maybe more business savvy if that's your thing, or maybe more relaxed if you're too uptight. Okay, we're continuously molding ourselves through breath. Breath by breath, we renew. Maybe take a look at a leaf in a certain way, okay? And embody its intelligence. Let's read an excerpt from my new favorite book, Now is the Way, Simple Mindfulness for Modern Times by Corey Allen. How we get back. We've learned how we get distracted, feel anxious, and miss out on big parts of our life. This is important. Understanding a problem is the first step to solving it. I hope you've been able to identify at least a few key things in your day that are eating up your attention. Now that we have a good idea of what's getting us lost, we can look at how to find our way back. In this part, we'll explore helpful methods to get us in touch with the present moment again. From suggestions about positively rewiring the way we think to how we can stop worrying about our to-do list, this part is packed with useful ways to feel more present. There's even a breathing exercise that will light up your senses. All right, my friends, let's go fill our cup with the richness of life and drink it down. Fill the cup of life with richness and drink it down. So fill your cup up with all the things that you like and drink it down, embody it. Each time you drink water, bless it. We have studied that water contains memory, so if you bless it and say things to it, that is all what holy water is about. It is blessed. And you can bless your own water and just say, may this water be healing, may it contain cosmic divine intelligence, and I thank its divine intelligence, and as it enters my body, may its intelligence embody my whole being as well. May I be filled with the healingness of water, the flowingness of water, and become the person that I ought to be. Bigger than my persona. The God that is in me made manifest. I decree this as I drink this water now. Yeah, that is how you turn water into wine. And you have this power, this cosmic power. It is not through a medium, through a special priest or something. It is you. The second coming of Christ is you. Okay? Christ is a title, and you can christen yourself as Christ, as the Christos. If you become loving, you become the Christ. If you become forgiving, if you become sharing, generous, okay? And you become the Buddha too. If you tend to tap into the wider scope of things, if you look at things in a universal perspective and not just too wound up in your own persona. Self-forgetfulness. Forget yourself, my friend. Forget yourself, not to the point that you become a detriment or get yourself in trouble. We mean that putting others, how do you say this? Stability, safety, joy. Putting others' joy first. If other people's joy is to be left alone, leave them alone. If their joy is to just some smile, and just give them some smile, some attention, some affirmation, some approval. I practiced this yesterday as I ordered some food, and the guy with the piercings, I approved of his piercings, and I said, that is cool, my friend. And nice style, okay? How's your day going? And he said, my shift is long, I need to do this. And I said, that's cool, my friend. Good job. Namaste. Okay? And I felt him. And I felt that you're beyond time. I blessed him with that, but I did not say it literally, but I just said it intuitionally. I said, you're okay. It's actually pretty good. More hours, more money, more service, and you're actually chilling here. It's not packed. You're not stressed. You can actually meditate and maybe read, and maybe tune in to start early today. Okay? So get back. How do you get back? By being centered and anchored to the breath 1 minute in each hour of the day, and really take another look on where you're hanging out in your head. Because sometimes we forget, hours has been passing and we're ruminating on this one thing. So it's good to have a practice of taking a step back, even 1 minute of each hour, to take another look. Is it eating up my attention? Oh, this guy, a car just passed by with a beautiful kayak attached to his roof. Kayaking, being one with the water. I bet that's a wonderful thing to do. And as you row, right hand, left hand, what a mindful thing to do. And go to the middle of the lake and just read a passage from Thich Nhat Hanh. The beauty of life, my friend. That's the richness of life that we can drink and embody. And it involves managing your time. When are you gonna get the kayak and attach it to the roof of your car and drive up to the mountain with a lake? Mountain with a lake? Is there such a thing? Maybe. This wonderful land of America, the beautiful, is filled with wondrous beauty. That's why artists were able to produce such masterpieces. I mean, that's why if you visited Storm King, it's renamed as such, because when the clouds descend upon the breasts of the king, it looked like a king. Breasts as the mountain, and the beard is the clouds, and it was renamed because of that phenomena. An artist suggested that storm is about to come. We should call this phenomena Storm King. And it became a big art institution. Check it out. The Hudson Valley also was called the river of life. And people were there. The Native Americans were there. And then the Huguenots, the Europeans, came. It has such a fascinating history, and you can still feel the energy of nature there as you drive along the Hudson River. It's a nice place to reflect, to hike, to write. That is where I practice my nature appreciation and Shinrin-yoku. That's my favorite. And a simple park will do too. Central Park will do well as well, my friend. Central Park, wow, it's such a beautiful thing too. So make time to walk. Make time to get a new pair of roller skates. Adding wheels to your walking is such a magical experience too. I've been getting on my longboard more frequently. It doesn't need to be an hour or the whole day. You'll get the hang of it by just flowing with it for 10 minutes. Okay, whatever gets you in flow, make time to do it. Just decide at 10 a.m. I'm gonna hop on this wooden plank with wheels. Okay, or this metallic frame with wheels, which is called a bicycle. So there's breathing, there's creativity, there's mindful engagement, there's deep listening. There's a lot of things we can do to renew and rewire our brains for our full more full potential. So what is it gonna be for you, my friend? How are you gonna embody this new person inside of you? It's waiting to become manifest. Shout out to you, paid listeners. New paid listeners signed up. Cheers. I appreciate you. And Jerry Sue, Dave, Project with Friends, Marissa, loving the post about the agility, your agile techniques on becoming a community leader and community support for this new age of influencers and adding fitness and challenges. I congratulate you. Good job. And Dave, your beautiful poems, it brings me to a different world in a snap of a finger. Jerry Sue. Jean Sue. I apologize. When are you gonna start writing? I'm looking forward to what you're gonna write, what you're about. And all I can remember from you is the birthday cake. Life is a big birthday cake. And that's a good, oh my God. If you celebrate your life as if it was your birthday, each moment is special. See, these simple things that we can remind ourselves of and embody for the next hour, and the next hour, and the next hour, for it makes up your day. You are in your life, real time, on demand, all day long. And you're in charge, on demand, all day long. So before serving your work or your boss, serve yourself, okay? Train for joy. Practice a self-care routine that is so consistent that you cannot let go of it. That you cannot imagine a life on the other side of it. Talking from experience, I cannot imagine a day of being intoxicated with alcohol. I cannot, because I've been there and I have said to myself, this is not life. And knowing the value of my time, I would not waste another morning. Mornings are so glorious. Feeling not together, okay? Not tightly knit, like a well-together, well-put machine. I want to be a well-put, well-oiled machine, a very well-put-together helicopter that can go anywhere, and that can be done through practice of physicality. If you're in your tip-top shape, in your physicality, you can be in your tip-top shape mentally too. And your spirit will be clear, which brings us to the next section of our podcast, which is hanging out with Thich Nhat Hanh. Enjoying being a Buddha. Becoming a Buddha is not so difficult. A Buddha is someone who is enlightened, capable of loving and forgiving. You know that at times you're like that, so enjoy being a Buddha. When you sit, allow the Buddha to sit. When you walk, allow the Buddha in you to walk. Enjoy your practice. If you don't become a Buddha, who will? Wow, what a beautiful one by Thich Nhat Hanh. So as we spoke earlier, you can be the Christ, you can be the Buddha. So what do you resonate to? You can be, if you're a professional athlete is your inspiration, you can be that in your head. Michael Phelps, the swimmer, he and his coach has this technique called the VCR technique, or the play the videotape technique. Before he goes on a competition to swim, he plays the videotape in his head. And when you visualize it in your head, a reality follows. Reality will just follow by law. So create it in your head. Create the Buddha in you. If you want peace of mind and in your relationships, if you dream of lofty things, create it in your head first through imagination. If you missed it, we did a post about imagination a couple of weeks ago. maybe I'll do that. I'll post, if you missed it, and put some prompts and links of things that we can do. We can imagine, we can practice solitude, we can mindfully create, okay? We can put things on bypass. We can do pattern disrupt. You can do a mindful pivot on where your life is going. So becoming a Buddha, becoming a ninja, becoming a full functional, capable being with virtues of the Stoic. You carry the virtue of the Stoic, which is tempered, patient, strong, disciplined. I think there is nothing that will stop you from where you wanted to go. Get clear on where you wanted to go, and remember that it is not the thing and or the destination that you wanted. It is the feeling. The moment you desire, that is it, my friend. You're already in process. The moment you imagine, that is it, my friend. You are already being that. Okay? Get a grasp on how things work, how the mind works, how your life works, how relationships work, how energy works. Look into the 12 universal principles. Very basic laws that will really help you in creating the life that you want to create. I'm just here to help you. I'm just here to become a mere blueprint that you stencil and trace. But who holds the pen and the paintbrush? It's you, and your canvas is time. Your canvas is today. Okay? And another insight from our friend Joseph Murphy. We got Thich Nhat Hanh, we got Corey Allen for a modern mindful take, and we got Thich Nhat Hanh to really solidly drop us down. And we got Joseph Murphy right here to light up the spark and to really get us going with divine, cosmic intelligence within us. Yeah, let's do a quick prayer. Let me find. The power of your subconscious mind. The Lord will make myself known in a vision and will speak unto a man in a dream. That's by Numbers 12:6. That's from the Bible. Okay? There is an intelligence in the insect which staggers the imagination of man. Within the insect are the instinct for protection and an intelligence which cares for it, causing it to reproduce after its kind and seeking to preserve it. How your subconscious instinct works. Infinite intelligence permeates all of nature. For example, there's an intelligence in the lowly atom because it takes 2 atoms of hydrogen combined with 1 atom of oxygen to create a molecule of water. We had just spoken with water. Isn't this wonderful? There are life intelligence and power in all forms of nature. This subconscious intelligence operates instinctively, automatically, mechanically, and mathematically according to the nature of the thing through which it operates. In the long history of man, down through the thousands of years before he became self-conscious, man had many experiences, all of which are recorded on the memory tablets of the subconscious mind, and which move through all of us as instinct. For example, although you have never seen a poisonous cobra, should you see one thing in the jungle, you will immediately recoil because the instinctive memory of its death-dealing fangs and poisonous nature has been recorded in your subconscious mind. All of man's experiences, plus his beliefs, fears, opinions, and convictions are called race belief, in which there is much that is extremely negative, and in which there is also some good. So pick up the good in your silent meditation. Know that you are not all that you are. You are made up of these programmings too. I think it is also related to your dharma and your karma. And in Joseph Murphy's language, it's called the subconscious. And for Jungians, it's the universal unconscious. Okay, so sometimes you run on autopilot and you do some things which are not logical or cannot be explained. So take some time to look into that deeper. Maybe there are some programs that you can change. It can be healed. It can be changed through a different thought pattern, through a new understanding, through a new frame of mind. Even just knowing this, knowing that how it operates, maybe that solves it immediately. So healing can start like now, in a snap of a finger, and a change of pace and a change in trajectory, a change in perspective can happen now. Maybe why you feel something about it can be as simple as an assumed allergy to something. That can be just a subconscious thought from your generation, from your ancestors. Let go of that. Let go and override that through your new program, which is all good. Okay? All is good. The divine power is on your side. It will make himself known in a vision, through your meditation, through your seeking. Seek good, seek power, seek intelligence in your quiet meditation. Just meditate on the intelligence of water, the trees, the sky, the universe, how the universe runs. And it will speak unto a man in a dream. How poetic. Into a dream. So it will make itself known in a vision, through your imagination, through your inspiration, and will speak unto a man in a dream. Maybe literally in your dream. Okay? It is all about being curious and taking charge and seeking knowledge. And we're all truth seekers here. We're all seeking the truth. And what is real is here, my friend. It is love. It is gentleness. It is softness. Become the Buddha. Become the mindful one, the intelligent one. Flow like water. There's nothing you cannot be, do, or have. If you can see it in your mind, you can touch it in your physical world. Create that possibility today. Make today count. Today is a day that has never been. You are you, and there's nothing contesting that. You are you in creation. So create beautifully, my friend. So contain the Buddha, the modern mindful man, and the cosmic intelligence inside of you, which is the limitless. So there is no disease, there is no lack, there is no... Let go of that. Let go of those foolish things. Okay? In deciding to become honorable and dignified, you let go of the foolish little boy. Okay? Or girl. By practicing the Beatitudes, the limbs of yoga, by practicing solitude, the philosophies of the Stoics, and formulate your own, my friend. Formulate your own virtues. Make some agreements and promises to yourself. The 4 Agreements by Paolo Coelho. Okay. So I hope you picked up some good in today's podcast. Go to startearlytoday.com and make purethyheart.com. Watch out for some food content. I've been... they're piling up. I have been filming a lot of food, taking photos of a lot of food. Man, have you tried making your own vegan lasagna? Make some lasagna. Use your oven. Tidy your kitchen up. Make some salads. Add some capers, olives in it. and high grade, top shelf, first press olive oil, maybe some flax oil in there too. And load up on some sprouts. Grow your own sprouts. Oh, I'm giving myself prompts and ideas. That's it for today, my friend. You have the ability to overcome challenges. Life is full of challenges, but you have the ability to overcome them and come out stronger on the other side. You have the ability to choose your own path. You're the master creator. As within, so without. As long as you have your values intact, you have your goals in check, you have habits that are smoothly flowing and consistently on autopilot. You fall to the systems, okay? You fall to the floor of your systems, not the aspirations of your goals. Know that motivation is temporary, but the discipline and consistency and discipline, yeah, it will take you farther. And design your life. Live with purpose. It's all here. StartEarlyToday.com. The podcast is here too. The newsletter is here too. And feel free to get in touch. I'm excited for you. I'm rooting for you. Okay, now time for some cartwheels.